cool is this Soviet stuff that you see all over town here. We've got an electrician up the post here. With the safety harness. I'm here in Western Georgia, in the town of Tskaltubo. Tskaltubo is like a spa resort town for built during the Soviet era. So it's kind of like I'm walking through this park now. So all through this park are multiple bathhouses for hydrotherapy, because this area's got water that's got minerals in it. It's meant to have healing properties. Pumps out of the ground at a beautiful temperature. And yeah, so there's about 8 or 9 bathhouses within this big park. So they're just dotted around the place, kind of. And then around the outsides of this big park are all these sanatoriums and hotels. The sanatoriums had like therapies for people and entertainment, so they'd have like cinemas and you know, nice restaurants, probably bars and things like that, but also you could stay in them. The hotels just offered pretty basic hotel accommodation. So in the Soviet era, this was all built up. When the collapse of the Soviet republics, it all just went abandoned. And so although this little park is quite nice and manicured, the sanitariums on the outside all just overgrown, and it's a little bit, it's got a feeling of Pripyat or Chernobyl about it. Check out these awesome Soviet bus stops here. This Royal Sanatorium. So everything's just being swallowed up by the forest. It's got that feeling of sort of like Pripyat, Chernobyl about it, except without the radiation. The other thing you should do when exploring abandoned buildings in a foreign country, when you're exploring it with somebody else, is split up. I'll go to the attic, you check out the basement. So this would have been, here we go, the big, beautiful staircase. Like the grand ballroom or something like that. Looks like that was more as a stage. Yeah, that would have been a stage up there. You can see where the pillars. So for arts or performance. Wow. You would have come out here onto the grand veranda. People would have been having champagne. Toasting the Soviet Union. Oh, wow, look at this. This would have been such a beautiful space with the palm trees here, the water fountain. This is the main Grand Hall building, so we'll have a look in there. So this would have been the grand entrance lobby. You would have had your arrival drink out here. Is there somebody in here? I think somebody lives here. Sounds like somebody's cooking something down here. What's that sound? Sounds like somebody's having a shower. I think it is.
Yeah.
Somebody's having a shower. Somebody's still living here. There's a power cable somebody's put up through here. I wouldn't expect there'd still be water, but that was definitely somebody was having a shower in the bathroom there. Imagine this being your house. Okay. Yeah, so you can see this was like, so this sanatorium here, this was the movie, the dining, things like that. Probably a place of bar and drinks. Here was where you would have been taken to your room. And there's curtains on windows here. Well, somebody's clearly living here because somebody's having a shower. And there's a satellite dish I can see actually. So, predominantly, the people that live here are refugees from the from Abkhazia, which is a breakaway region of Georgia. So the ethnically Georgians came here to, this place was all abandoned after the Soviet Union, so after Abkhazia broke away, a lot of the Georgians that were living there fled and just took up residence in all these abandoned sanatoriums and hotels. I think there's about 9,000. Was it 9,000? I think I read somewhere. 9,000 people living in these sanatoriums. So, but there's dozens of these buildings around. I guess you just go and find one, live in it by yourself. But I mean, there's signs of life down through here. Be careful, the floors are rotten. Who's this band? Who do they love? Tokyo Hotel. Never heard of you. Oh God, some Soviet girly mags. 57. Ooh. Somebody's journal, perhaps. I'm just making shit up, but why not? This would have been one of the little rooms you were given. Here's your little, would have been a sink, little shelf, cupboard to put your stuff in before you stay. We just heard somebody like groaning or something down here. So we're going the other way because it was quite an odd sound, but you can see that whole families have lived in here. And somebody is still here. This one here is clearly lived in. You can see people's clothes hanging on. This is another sanatorium. Doesn't quite have the same aesthetic as the one we've just been. Just looks like a Soviet apartment complex. Next man. Judo, okay. You can see the old sports hall floor. Oh, it's all mirror ceiling. Wow, it's like a brothel for sports people. Oh, get on mad. Yeah, so there's still people living in there. So this is a bathhouse. So we're inside the park now, and these are dotted all around the place, but a lot of warnings around not going in here.
So I guess we're going in.
So I guess we'll go in. So there's a whole series of rooms if you came here. So the water here is quite special. It's got different minerals and things in it, healing properties. It also comes out of the ground at around 35 degrees. So they don't have to do anything to heat it or cool it or anything like that, which they have to do in a lot of other thermal bathhouses. So here's where you would have had a bit of hydrotherapy, one of the bathtubs. You would have like changed. This would have been a little shower area here. And yeah, they also do an interesting mud type. Ooh, around here. Mud type therapy here. Look at this. This is bathhouse number 5. And it looks like a spaceship. Looks like a buzlutza. So around the outside would have been your change rooms, showers and things like that. Would have come through and sat in a healing water tub. There's been water, I guess, all bubbling out of this. And into this little area, and then into your little bathtub. Just sit there and just talk Soviet stuff with your mates. Oh, this is really cool. This is one of my favourite buildings here in Tskaltubo. There's beautiful Soviet mosaic here on well, what just looks like a Soviet apartment complex. I'm guessing it was a hotel or something at some stage. See if we can get closer to it. So I guess this was a hotel at some stage. There's clearly people living in this one, so I won't disturb them too much. I think I saw another mosaic through here. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh wow, it's beautiful. That is, look at them, they're making the wine in traditional Georgian style in the clay pots here. Squashing it, moving the grapes up and down. This guy's he's getting stuck into a bit. Yep, happy days. There's a Georgian lady collecting the grapes. That's a beautiful mosaic in such good condition considering where we are. Good score. Such a Soviet building, hey? That's pretty wild. There's the mosaic on the outside, and over here was the inside mosaic. Alrighty. That was a fun one, wasn't it? It looks like people are still potentially living in this wing of it. There's a stair ramp that connects across. Yeah. Looks like there's signs of life in that one. Here you go, this would have been the hotel, I don't know. Maybe at one stage you had little tables and chairs, have yourself a piva, and we get a pretty good view of Tskaltubo. So this is the big central park that wraps around, goes through here. That's where all the spas are in there, in that forest. There's hotels and sanatoriums around the outsides, the outskirts of it. And everywhere you look in this town, it is just like Pripyat. There's just big abandoned buildings everywhere. This is all abandoned. There it is, the once grand Hotel Tskaltubo. Tskaltubo? Yeah, we'll go with that. I guess this was the front foyer of Hotel Tskaltubo. Wow. Look at this. This would have been a big central, oh, it's like a big glass ceiling. Oh jeez, it's not good standing under a glass roof like that. Mosaic water fountain, I guess. Look at this mosaic. Wow, that's in excellent condition. Wow. That's near in perfect condition. That's incredible. Goodbye, Hotel Tskaltubo. But hello, Australia. Look here. I can smell it. These are Australian stringy barks, I think. Eucalypt. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're stringy barks. I can smell the eucalypt in the air. Oh, it smells like home. Some areas of this town are definitely a lot creepier than others. In its heyday, it used to get about 125,000 tourists here to go and have their spa treatments on their government paid for 2 weeks a year holidays. Now it only gets about 700 people a year come here, and it's only people like me, like dark tourism really, to come and see abandoned things. So unless on your bucket list are items like Buzlutsa or Chernobyl, this probably isn't going to be up your alley, but I love this sort of stuff. Some of these sanatoriums, to reach them, you're really just trying to find your way through a forest sometimes. Oh, here we go. There is something here. There's a water feature out the front. Let's see if we can go up inside. Looks like there's a wedding party has arrived somewhere over here. Geez, a bit bloody creepy down the hallway of this one. Well, that's a bit of a bummer for me because I was looking forward to seeing this one. The bride's in the car here, and it looks like this is where the ceremony will be taking place. Well, the wedding's taking place upstairs. Let's check in the grand reception hall. Really surprised them by coming in behind from the wedding. She's in here. I feel like I'm a spy or a sniper or something. Creepy with that piano music going in this abandoned building. Time to leave the happy couple alone. Or is it? I'm stuck in here because there's a wedding. The bride and groom are doing photos at the front door entrance. So now I can't get out. I sure as hell am not going down that dark hole. I don't feel like going into the basement either, but basement with freaking Soviet zombies. Oh, let's get out of here. Well, you don't get trapped in an abandoned sanatorium every day due to a wedding happening, but there you go. You never know quite what's going to happen when you head out for a stroll around town with Jakey, do you? Farewell wedding. This is the Sanatorium metallurgist. Probably pronounced that wrong. Families living in all up in here. But we won't go and disturb them. We'll just check out the front foyer. Wow, the chandelier. Wow, this beautiful parquetry flooring. These are the old lift shafts. Check in, jump in the lift, go to your room. Go, Sanatorium metallurgist. See, I speak Cyrillic. I won't go through into it. It's like a piano, I think I could see in there. Oh, is this the old library, perhaps? My Jeans. What a good book. Good read. Here's the old lift doors. Bing! I can imagine that just popped up. Man, so they've got man, they've even got their fibre connection. So they're living in this abandoned sanatorium with fibre optic connection. Some people down there, so we won't go that way. You can clearly see people still live in this one. So I thought they were just in the other wing, but they're in this one here above the grand chandelier. So we won't go upstairs, but what a beautiful building. I managed to find the way into the theatre. Here we go, let's draw the curtains and start the show. It's made of like plastic. This is cool. Alrighty, we got in. There's the stage, the theatre. You come into this sanatorium, watch a show. Right now the show with the dog's having a good time. This right here is beautiful. I don't know if it's marble, definitely looks like it, but alright, that was a really beautiful one. I like that. And now it's bucketing down with rain. So this is the Grand Hotel Tablisi. Pretty much in the centre of town here in Tskaltubo. And what an amazing, what an amazingly beautiful building. We've come in here. Look at that. There's clearly families living in here. But I was gonna go and have a little look, but there's a lot of people. Maybe I can go and have a little look in the entrance. I see these nice people. Okay, here we are in the front foyer of Hotel Tablisi. This lovely little courtyard, mondo grasses. It's beautiful. Probably people sitting around the outside, having a coffee, reading a newspaper. A beautiful space. I can only imagine what it would have been like. You come up the stairs with these phoenixes either side. Now there's whole families of displaced people, refugees in there. So this sanatorium is probably the largest sanatorium in all of them here in Tskaltubo. And it's actually closed off because a developer has bought it. Hopefully to renovate it. I think that's the plan anyway. And so you can't come in officially. I just had to pay a security guard a bribe to let me in. He's told me I've got half an hour to have a look and get back out again, and he'll be waiting. So let's go have a little look. Wow, this one's massive. I'm guessing since it's been bought by a developer, that there's nobody living in here anymore, so we'll work under that assumption. Beautiful staircase. Oh wow. Alright, look at this. This is like a grand ballroom or something. Would have had drapery up here. See the curtains just ripped and hanging. Massive doors. Look at that ceiling. It's in really good condition still. That's so surprising. This is insane. Look at this. I can't believe this building is just abandoned. Look at all this going on. And the stage productions that would have happened here to entertain the esteemed guests. In the downstairs area now, I'm guessing this would be a restaurant. Yeah, by the looks of it. A huge dining hall. There's just one creepy chair in the middle. So in behind this would have been just full of people chattering, having a little laugh, having their breakfast or dinner. Back here looks like probably the kitchen and the servery region. Maybe you would come here and collect your food. Okay, I think that's it for this sanatorium. Very nice. I've probably been saying Sanatorium. Sorry, just giving a free plug to a breakfast cereal company. Lovely sanatorium. Look at this one, it's fantastic. This one's very cool. Well, it just keeps on going up. I guess this is another maybe dining hall. Beautiful, beautiful ceiling. You'd sit out here, have a beer. Yeah, this is spring number 6. I'm guessing all around here there's natural springs, which is why this sort of city exists, I guess. And they just built a building over a spring. Water just bubbles up nice and warm. So let's go and have a little look, see if we can't get ourselves a treatment. All the good people of the... Oh, there's Stalin actually. There he is. There's Stalin shaking hands, the baby's reaching out to him, and everybody's bringing him grapes from poets and sailors, aristocrats, and over here we've got a hard working labourer looking man. Everyone loved Stalin, didn't they? Well, maybe not. Wow, okay. I'm guessing all the abandoned buildings that we've just been to would have all been beautiful like this. This one's being restored obviously, but okay, let's get ourselves a treatment. Well, that was an odd treatment. Got a standard massage, but then I had the mud treatment, and yeah, you just lay down on the plastic sheet on this marble slab that's pretty hot. It's heated up, and then they pour mud all over it. Then you lie down in the mud, and then they pour mud all over you. Then they wrap you up in all this plastic like you're in a cocoon. Then they put blankets over you. Then they leave you alone on this hot marble slab covered in pretty stinky mud for about half an hour, 20 minutes, something like that. And then they take it all off, and then you have a shower. Thank you very much. So, done. Good enough for Stalin, good enough for me. I reckon Stalin. See you, Stalin. There he is. Where is he? Up here, shaking everyone's hand right before sending him off to a gulag. I'm off now to get a beer because I've bloody walked 1,000,000 kilometres today, and I've earned it. There's hard yakka lying down on heated slabs covered in mud, you know. He knows about hard yakka. Holding up a lion while standing on another one. This town is such an odd town. It's like, so obviously there's all the abandoned sanatoriums and hotels and bathhouses and things like that. But also, I guess, the rest of the town that sprung up around it. This is the old post office, now abandoned. Just up here is the old university building, I think it is. And that's all abandoned. There's so much Soviet stuff everywhere you look. But it's like the town is just hanging on by a thread. I'm going to go have some food in here. So this is another beautiful old building that they've decided to rent, that somebody renovated, and it's actually quite beautiful in there. So there was a couple of rooms I saw earlier today they're very similar to what's inside here. So you'll be able to see what one's like, nicely done up. There's a nice space. It is pretty much the only nice space in this town. Seems like everything is abandoned, but somebody has invested a bit of time restoring this one. Beautiful flooring, and hopefully one day, you never know your luck, somebody will invest in the others and bring them up to this sort of standard. But anyway, I think that is a great ending to Tskaltubo in the abandoned spa town. All right, cheers guys.